Yes, my name is Rory O'Connor from Irdeto, and we have here in front of us a map showing the extent of download piracy over the last week globally. Right. So this is data we pick up from peer-to-peer networks, and the countries are coloured based on the amount of download piracy that we've detected over the last week.
Right.
So you can see you're actually today in the hotspot of download piracy globally, which is around the Netherlands and Belgium.
Yeah.
But also in the Middle East, your region, a lot of download piracy going on across the region.
Right.
And those little dots that are exploding are actual downloaders, and they can be actually traced down to the city and street where they're downloading.
Right.
Irdeto has traditionally protected live sports globally. We're the largest in the Middle East, and what we see is with the adoption of high bandwidth from Middle Eastern customers, we're seeing a big increase in streaming of live sports piracy. So Irdeto is working together with the Premier League to attack this new form of piracy, and particularly focusing on device-based piracy, because previously people used to go via websites and would have many banner ads and very poor quality. Sometimes it wasn't even possible to see the football. But today, unfortunately, there's a rise or proliferation of little dongles that can be used to watch streaming piracy. Typically when you buy a dongle, you get a year's illegal access to the streaming sites. And what we're doing is...
You get a year's access to... Illegal access?
Illegal access to a streaming site.
Oh, right.
With the device. So what we're doing is working with Premier League to disable these devices, and also get to the people behind these devices, so the people manufacturing and distributing these devices. So this is a key area for us now to protect the value of the world's most valuable sports content.
What about the dongle you're talking about? Who are some of the manufacturers?
So most of the manufacturers are based in China, and we see a network of criminal organizations globally, also in the Middle East unfortunately, that are selling these dongles into the markets, the various markets. And if we look at the Middle East and North Africa, that's where we raided one of the linchpins of this organised crime in Egypt, and we're very happy to report that he's still in prison.
Okay. So, how did you go about that?
So we have a global network of agents who collect intelligence, and these agents, we work together with the operators to protect our technology and our operators' content. And based on information we received, we were able to work with the local authorities in Egypt to identify this individual and some of his accomplices. And I'm very happy to report that the Egyptian authorities helped us in raiding his premises, and that a large amount of cash was seized along with a lot of technical equipment. And since that raid, this piracy has been disrupted throughout North Africa and the Middle East.
Right. Can you give me any statistics on how much revenue you have potentially helped broadcasters save by?
So we look back to the World Cup. We disabled during the World Cup over 3,500 illegal streams. And when we did the math and looked at the average viewer per stream, we came up to over 10 million views.
Wow.
And this led, if you were to then calculate this back, you'd get to about $100 million in lost revenue. So this is a very important aspect for operators today, because as the sports rights become more valuable, for instance, the sports rights globally this year are worth about £16 billion. It's an increase of £2 billion from last year, so it's a fast growing market. As these sports rights become more valuable, the rights holders are putting more pressure on the operators to ensure that their networks are secure, and also that they're undertaking anti-piracy activities in their regions to prevent leakage of the signal onto these illegal IP streaming networks.
Right. How has IBC been for you guys?
Extremely busy. As you can see on the stand, it's been very busy every day, and we're very pleased to have had many visitors from the Middle East, so it seems to be a very active and booming market, and we look forward to helping many operators protect their content and their rights from the ever-present threat of piracy.
Thank you, Rory.
Thanks.